Well, John Fitzgerald, here we are in Northern Territory. Amazing, and it feels like the Northern Territory. 7 weeks into the job, right? So obviously very challenging times in tourism. What impact has all this had on Northern Territory, and how are you feeling 7 weeks into it?
Oh, listen, I feel great, John, to be honest. I mean, I'm back in the Territory. I was there 10 years previous, so for me it's a real passion to be back. And yeah, no doubt. Listen, there's some short-term challenges. We've taken some market hits, particularly internationally, but as you can see by our presence here, we've got a really opportunistic industry that are really looking to do business here. And I think whilst we're tentative about the short-term market challenges, I think we're really confident about the future of the Territory. You know, it's a great product, and we think that we've got a lot to offer in the future.
Tell me, in terms of, you say you're taking some hits, what's really caused those hits, do you think?
I think our market mix is still based on our traditional sort of Western Hemisphere markets, and I think we've got to increasingly move into the Eastern Hemisphere markets. So I think we're not going to walk away from our Western markets by any means. They will remain important and key going forward, but we do have an opportunity as a growing destination to engage the Asian markets, particularly with the growing trade and economic activity we've got going on with Asia. I think that gives us an opportunity to sort of leverage from that and grow those Eastern Hemisphere markets.
But how do you sort of convey that message to small operators who maybe you've got a big overdraft and loans out to the bank, and you know the lease has got to be paid on the vehicles and business is not there at the moment? How do you tell them to hang on?
I think you've got to take a bit of a tiered approach. There will be people who are willing to work with us and lead those market development approaches, and I think you've got to have a good support structure to bring other operators into that market over time as they grow in confidence and are aware of how they better access those markets. So I think it's a walk before you can crawl. It's work with the operators that are ready to hit the market running and bring the others along at their own pace. So I don't think there's any other choice but to do it that way.
Challenging times, you know, in terms of Northern Territory, you're long distances away from the rest of Australia, but some of those Asian markets are right on your doorstep. So which of the Asian markets are you really going to be looking at?
Well, I think we want to get into China. I mean, it's an obvious one just because of the growth and size of the market. We've got a lot of trade and economic ties growing into the China market in particular. So I guess a range of those near Asian markets, but I think China is definitely the focus. And I think with a growing aviation hub out of Darwin, we've got a real opportunity to perhaps look at our market mix there and hopefully grow them. You know, maybe it's not 10 years of growth. Maybe we can start to see some real growth in the short term as well.
Any new products coming online in NT?
Yeah, well, I think one of the pleasing aspects for me returning to the Territory is just how we've grown our Indigenous tourism portfolio. It really has worked for us, and we'll remain committed to that. I think what we're also seeing is some opportunities for nature-based accommodation, and I think we'll see more of that in the future. So we're going to see some pretty special product. We're very close with Parks and Wildlife now, so we have an opportunity to look actually at developing things that are sensitive to the environment in our parks estate, and I think in the Territory we're probably ahead of the game a little bit than some other jurisdictions.
So what's your message for both the trade that are here today buying the Northern Territory product, if you like, and also for the trade in the Northern Territory about the way they market their business?
Well, I think for the trade out there in the marketplace, my message is that we are a very rich destination. We've got the sorts of products that their clients want, and we're here and we're committed to working with them to make it happen. I think for the Territory operators, have faith, keep doing what we've always done, work hard, work well, collaborate together, and continue to work with us. We'll be there to support them. We're right beside them in the trenches, helping them to develop new approaches to the market. So we've always done it well. We've hunted as a pack well in the Northern Territory, and I'd certainly encourage us to continue to do that. And under my leadership, we'll be committed to doing that.
John Fitzgerald, thank you very much indeed, and very best wishes and good luck in your new role.
Thanks very much, John.